Before we begin, thank you very much to Nick D for joining the Patreon campaign. Thank you very much for the support. It means the world to me. Very, very appreciated. So I made the official confirmation. If you didn't see the other videos, if we get to July 1st and the number is still over 800 on Patreon, then the review queue is going to be including RID 2001. I want to do a short series after we get done with Transformers Prime, which I'm still trying to confirm. I'm trying to set up exactly what day. It's gonna have to be soon. But I do want to do a Patreon exclusive watch party for the first 5 episodes of Transformers Prime. That'll be in my Discord. So if you want in on that, it's probably gonna be next week, probably on Wednesday. So that's your heads up. We're gonna be doing something. That's my tentative plan. Hopefully it goes well. Stay tuned. I will announce further if that all works out. All right. So we got a news roundup to get to. We got a ton of new reviews. There's so many toys and info dropped this week, and I'm surprised a lot of it is not movie based. We're kind of getting out of that, I think. But we do have a lot to talk about. We have a lot to go over. So first off, we have brand new rumor listings, and by rumor I mean these are absolutely what we're getting. These come up in the store computers once in a while, so we get to find out what is on the way. Let us look. So first up, look at that, a Unidulx Cyber Hotshot, or Tragen Legacy Unidulx Cyber Hotshot. That's your official name. That's your official name. Look for it on the front of the package. So we're still not sure what the uni means. I'm assuming at this point it's going to be universe, because that's terminology they've used before. And it kind of fits this apparent theme of just going all the way around the Transformers universe in order to collect the characters for the final part of this trilogy. So that seems to fit for me. But we're getting a Cybertron Hotshot. This also kind of confirms. So previously we had a Cyber Starscream listing, and we weren't sure if that was Cybertron or Cyberverse. But if they're using the exact same abbreviation for Cybertron Hotshot, then yeah, it's going to be a Cybertron Starscream, which has me really excited. I'm really excited for the Hotshot too. I love the design. It's, if you watch this channel long enough, it's the one Hotshot I really like. And the only thing that's really wrong with the original is I wish it had more posability, more articulation. So it looks like we might actually get that, and I'm kind of excited for it. I'm here for it. All right, so that's got me eagerly anticipating. Deluxe Rock 3. Remember, we saw listings that had very stone-like names. It sounded like we're getting something akin to Rock Lords. The fact that we're getting 3 Deluxe Rock Lords is kind of crazy. It's a wonderful time to be a Transformers fan. We have a Deluxe Strong Arm PR, which is Package Refresh, which means Strong Arm is slated to be final wave of Legacy Evolution and then first wave of Legacy Universe. I am so worried that she's just going to be like an X-Brawn pre-tool and not her own original character, because that's what they did to Shadow Striker. They're just going to make her Sideburn, which is disappointing. And if they're going to do Sideburn, they're probably going to do all the Autobot brothers. For that matter, that now also has me worried about Cybertron Hotshot, because now I can see a world where that is absolutely a pre-tool for RID Prowl. Why did I just have that thought live? No, that's going to upset me. If that's how that's going to work out, that's going to upset me. We'll see. We'll see, but man, that seems like a direction now, doesn't it? Now that I've said it. All right, what else we have? Leader Soundwave, which, honestly, I genuinely expect this to just be the Voyager Soundwave we got as part of the Netflix series with just a ton of cassettes packed in. Like, I think that's a pretty easy one to do. I mean, it makes sense because we have the 86 Rumble out, so they have to put out a Soundwave that will actually be, easy to get and compatible with that Rumble. And it's a super popular figure that everyone wants another go at. Some of us want another go at it that isn't going to yellow. So hopefully that's the case. We also have a core class Steeljaw on the way, so Lockjaw's pet wolf is getting a full figure. No idea what it's going to turn into, because it was just a wolf in the movie, to my memory. And then a leader class Springer. Now, the Siege Springer is actually pretty spot on. I'm not entirely sure. Aside from just like shoring it up because it's a little bit rickety and making it maybe a little bit more cartoon accurate, like you can see the model here, I don't know exactly what else you're going to do. But I suppose there's always room for improvement in these toys. That's intentional. Otherwise, they wouldn't need to make any more. I just really hope that it is not like... I hope that really does go into like really good engineering and maybe a larger size, because I really, really do not want to see him with like just dumb Hulk hands or like weapon accessories he's never been associated with just to fill out the box. You know, if you're going to make him a leader, make him a leader, you know? But that's what we got coming up. It's exciting stuff. Yeah, Rock Lords and Cybertron toys. Weird, interesting time to be alive. We might see some of it, well, not that, but we'll see something new tomorrow. There's a brand new Pulse Fanstream event, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. As always, I will be coming back tomorrow to give you my full recap of it, my thoughts, and etc. And hopefully get in early on any of the pre-orders that are going to drop from this, because they generally go pretty quick. So, cool. I love when I'm assuming some of the stuff I'm showing you right now is going to be there. We'll get to that, though. We have other major news we have to talk about before we get into all the toy leaks, because there are quite a bit this week. Image Comics has announced the release date and the creative team for Transformers Issue 1. It will be out in October, and it is written and drawn by Daniel Warren Johnson, who I don't really know much about other than he's apparently a massive Transformers fan, and he did a comic book called Do a Powerbomb, which I assume is wrestling, which means I like him. This is also to go with the news that like Void Rivals #1, which is kicked off the Transformers G.I. Joe shared universe, has apparently sold out. So they're doing new runs with new covers that feature Jetfire. And we have what is now being called the Energon universe. That is their catch term for this particular universe of Transformers. Starting over the brand new origin story, we see the artwork here for Optimus Prime looking very G1, very much cartoon model. Interesting to see how they're going to go about this. It's always fascinating when a new creative team gets a hold of the Transformers license. So, fingers crossed that it turns out to be good. Fingers crossed. Alright, let's get into all the toys that got shown off or that people got in hand early. So, Studio Series 86 Brawn is now available to see in all of his glory in hand. This is taken from the same source that usually drops all this stuff first, who I will not give a shout out to because screw him. Screw the thief. But we see here that, he's learned how to actually impose an image into his videos without pointing his camera at a phone. And it's a pretty accurate rendition of Brawn. Head looks right. Could use a little bit more of a bigger dome head, but I'll take it. Color placement looks good. I like how they use the hinge in the middle to emulate where his sticker is on the animation model. That's actually really clever. Outside of just needing a little bit of black on the pelvis, he looks really good. He looks really spot on to the model. Toy itself does look pretty solid. We've seen kind of how it transforms already, thanks to the last fan stream. He does look really good, like really good. Like the deluxe mini bots do tend to be pretty solid figures, and notably bigger than his Bumblebee movie figure. So that's good to see. I'm looking forward to this one. Like, really looking forward to this one. And looking forward to more of the mini-bots. We're slowly filling out the ranks here. Alright. Far more garish, far more glaring. We have official photos of the rest of Wave 1 for Legacy Toxitron Collection. We've already seen plenty of the Jazz, so these are the other 4 in Wave 1. And I am concerned about the fact there are 5 toys in Wave 1, considering these usually only shipped 8 per box. So there's going to be a lot that might be on the shorter end of this. But Dead End is looking very much G2. I am very disappointed Dead End does not have a new or modified name like Shadow Strip did. At first I thought they were going to go with new characters for the G2 Stunticons, but apparently not. Apparently they dropped that idea It's just dead end now, but he looks good. I like the metallic elements to the blue. Looking very nice, but no real surprise. We know what G2 dead end looks like. All right, the box is going to be so easy to spot in the store, isn't it? All right, so who else do we have here? We have Mirage. I still love this obnoxious thing. The brightest green and pink possible. Looks amazing to me. It's incredibly super garish, but I think that is what endears it to me so much. I love how just like bright neon in your face this thing is. Love it. This, like of all the Toxitron collection, this is the one I want. The others are okay, maybe on clearance. This is mine. I am taking this pre-order day one. All right, we have another side swipe. They cannot use this mold enough, can they? I feel bad for this mold. This mold has been going in one way or another since Siege. And man, I mean, it's a good mold. It's a good mold, but good Lord, how is it still holding together at this point? Yeah, if you need a yellow and blue ranger for your team of Sideswipe Power Rangers, you have another color available to you now. I do like the sunset deco that they put on there. That is very 90s, very much the G2 style. It's super weird to see like the completely unpainted head. Even the artwork painted the face silver, but that's accurate. That's accurate to the original concept art that was unreleased. So, you know what? I will take it. Actually, I think this one had like a full proto, if I remember right. I think I've seen a physical of the original G2 version. So yeah, I mean that's accurate. It's accurate. It looks weird, but it's absolutely accurate. So I'm glad they're sticking to it. Laser Cycle, based on the unreleased Laser Cycle Jazz. That's a left field choice that I hadn't even thought about. Kind of cool. Now this one is Laser Cycle. It is not specifically named Jazz, so this one we can kind of adapt as a brand new character. It is a Road Rocket repaint. No new head, no new anything. So assume that Laser Cycle is feminine because it is based on like the feminine version of this figure. So, well, I guess every version of this figure has been feminine now that I think about it. But yeah. Point being, the Laser Cycle is actually a really interesting direction. That's actually a really cool area to pull from. Because I thought it was just going to be like all the characters based on the unreleased art. But this one had like physical prototypes. Like I haven't seen art of this design. I've seen nothing but the original thing that never came out. So that's actually cool. It's actually really cool. I am cautiously optimistic for this set. I'm not huge on a lot of it to the point where like I need to order it outside of the Mirage. But this is like absolutely stuff like anything I see on, well, I guess I got Shadow Strip. I need to go after Dead End too, don't I? So I guess like those two are about it. And then everything else looks like really cool stuff to find on clearance. But that's my opinion. It's definitely going to stand out. Let's put it that way. We have better images now for the Troop Builder Multi-Pack for Studio Series, Studio Series Bumblebee. Well, I guess this isn't Studio Series, but this is just plain old Buzzworthy Bumblebee. But yeah, we have the generic Seeker, which I know it's a different color, but it just looks like the Thundercracker. I'm sorry, it just does. I really wish they went with like the purple generic Seeker that they used to do, because that would be far more distinct. I just feel like this is like a backdoor way of giving you a Thundercracker alternative if you could not get it the first time around. But it does look good. It does look good. You know, not really arguing that. I mean, it's still that Voyager Seeker, which is still a really good figure. Just waiting for, you know, a G2 Thundercracker to be made out of that one. Or an Action Master Thundercracker. Take your pick there. What was this one? G2 Universe, Decepticon, whatever. I can't remember exactly what the name on this one was. Suffice to say, it is the generic grunts from the G2 comic book. So these are Giaxis's minions, retooled from Skullgrin, and not looking too bad. I mean, it's definitely a different design. I don't know if it's one to go crazy for. I do like that so many of these have secondary heads, by the way. I thought that was a great thing they did with the last 4-pack, and now they continue that trend. It's a really cool thing for Transformers to do, because it's so common in other action figure lines. And it also incentivizes you buying more than one, so I'm sure Hasbro is thinking about that too. Tank still looks like nothing. His tank is still just a generic half-tread hover tank. Ah, yes, the Auto Trooper. Looking really good. Auto Trooper's got 2 heads as well, which is great to see. One based on his original toy and one based on his animated update. Based on, and this is the Deluxe Ironhide mold, which I don't mind as a mold. It's a little bit problematic, but I think it works for this. It's interesting to see that, like, the Ironhide basis for the Auto Trooper is what's kind of continued forward since animated, when the original was just a repaint of Alternator Smokescreen. So, or I guess, not that, like, retool of Silver Streak, if we're being super technical about it. But it's not a bad look. Like, as a generic soldier trooper type, yeah, that mold actually does work pretty well. We're getting a repaint of the Quintesson Guard here, which, the Alicon. And it's fine. I would have to see mine in person. Mine's buried in a bin somewhere to really tell exactly what's different about it. But it's cool that you're getting another chance at it, since that was a pretty limited figure to get a hold of. Still cool though. So yeah, he gets the same weapons as before. He does get the alternate heads, which is great. That alone might make me pick this up so I can add to my Quintesson forces. And yeah, the alt mode is still nothing to write home about. It is still very, very bad. The legs just needed to collapse and transform. That's all they needed to do, and they don't do it, and it saddens me. But no, like, it's an interesting multi-pack. Considering these 4-packs usually end up on clearance at Target, that's going to be perfect for people looking to build out huge troops once you can find these things for half off. So keep a lookout. Keep a lookout. Someone actually found an in-package shot of the upcoming Perceptor for the Transformers 86 reissue line. These are the Walmart exclusive ones that are repainted to look more cartoon accurate from the original G1 toys. And I really wish there was a better photo of the backside, because there looks like they're doing something weird with Perceptor. So on the previous figures like Hot Rod, they removed the chrome, which I prefer, because it means without chrome, without diecast, it's going to be a far more durable figure over time. But it looks like Perceptor still has his chrome parts, which I don't agree with. And it looks like his G1 chest was painted onto the screen of the window. It's like, what is going on there? It's very weirdly shaped. So they're doing something weird with the deco on this one, and I'm not sure I'm here for it. We got to get better shots of it. Just to suffice to say, it looks like this one might be different from the others, and not in a way I like. It's deviating from the changes that I really was into those figures for. We will wait and see. It's just a packaging shot, so the real thing, once we see one in hand, might be different. But I'm curious what direction this is actually going in. More in-hand shots of the upcoming Nemesis, and she's looking interesting. So I'm still not sold on her. She's for the price point, she just seems too thin, too lanky. I don't see the price in her just yet. Really good shots of detailed close-up sections though. That's not a bad thing. Still so weird she just rips parts of herself off to use as weapons, but we'll go with it. Where's the close-up of the head? There it is in the ship mode. I mean, as a Nemesis, yeah, it does. It does look cool. I'll give it that. And then the head sculpt. It's not bad. It's not bad, but I don't think it's for me. I guess I'm just realizing, this whole news roundup so far is just hey, this new thing's coming out. Nah, I'm not into it. But I think I made that note about the Nemesis so far. When it's on clearance, yes, I will grab it, if only for the Beast Wars fan in me. But for now, I'm gonna let her sit just for a little bit. Something I will be getting immediately, even though the photos for this one are potato quality. Someone finally got their hands on the brand new core class Snarl, so we finally get to see the final Dinobot, and frankly, out of all 6 of them, he looks the least compromised. I mean, I guess Scar is by default not compromised. He's brand new. But this one looks really, really good. It just looks like a really good small Snarl toy. He looks fine. There he is. His stubby little beast mode. I mean, it works. It works. It's Snarl. Looks fine. And then there is the combined and final form of Volcanicus. And I'm immediately annoyed by this because it means he looks like he's just wearing one red shoe. And that bugs me in a way that it really shouldn't. I wish this was designed backwards so that the silver side of Snarl could go to went to the front side. So it could just be all silver presenting on the front. And for all I know, it can. I don't know exactly if if the joint that holds that knee together can be reversed or not without affecting anything. Have to have it in hand to see. But hey, that's your complete set of mini Dinobots. They look really good together too. Like that. That's a really solid team. Yeah, and I really like that Scar. Now that we see all 6 of them together, Scar really does kind of stand out on his own. Like he doesn't kind of blend. He seems like he's just natural piece of this. So that's super cool. Really looking forward to completing those because I've really been enjoying those core class Dinobots so far. With Sludge as a weird example, as a one that's a little bit weird, but you know what? Someone was going to be weird in a 6-piece combiner. Someone found these. So we just last week saw the official photos for the Reaction Beast Wars figures, but someone has already found these at Target. These are, what do they call them? Hyper Steel variants. And by Hyper Steel, they mean translucent plastic. Now, the plastic they use for these things isn't the kind that worries me as far as translucency goes. I don't really think there's going to like self-destruct or anything. It's just weird they choose to make the exclusive something like transparent plastic, where like for the Beast Wars fan in me would think Energon Surge paint deco, just like put like little laser like electric stripes across the toy. I don't know. The upside to this is they do come with extra accessories. That the normal releases do not. Megatron gets the golden disc. Optimus Primal gets a spark, just a random floating spark. So I guess you get a free Beast Wars Starscream when you buy this one. All right, so yeah, these are already spotted at Target. So yeah, by all means, go find them if you're lucky, I guess. All right, non-toy stuff now. So we found out why Bumblebee was not included in the initial offerings for Fortnite's crossover with the franchise. If this image would actually load. Why didn't this image load? Why didn't the image load? Oh, well, there we go. So yeah, Bumblebee instead is in Rocket League, the other epic game that's free to play with a big battle pass full of cosmetics. This is looking cool. Like, I mean, yeah, it just kind of looks like a yellow car with a Autobot symbol on top. But hey, you can actually play as a form of Bumblebee in Rocket League now. Once this promotion is over and like he's not in the shop anymore, I fully expect Bumblebee to show up in Fortnite too. It's just a matter of one has to take turns from the other. I'm trying to see. Yeah, it runs from June 14th to June 27th, so you have until close to the end of the month, about another week now, if you want to get in on this and actually have Bumblebee in your Rocket League garage. Next up, YOLO Park. All right, so YOLO Park. I just did the review for the model kits. They're I always want to mess up the abbreviation. The AMK series of model kits that they do. I still find them absolutely fantastic. Go watch the review, seriously. Like, they were very kind to send me those models, and they did a fantastic job on them. And now they're showing off another entry, and this is Scourge. This is just the teaser for it, but I'm really excited because the renditions on these are so good, and for the price, they are so big. Yes, they don't transform, but if you want just nice-looking versions of these characters, oh my god, they look so good for their price. And yeah, Scourge is the next one out. I'm really happy to see that this line is going to continue. Really happy to see that this is going to continue. Also, big thing YOLO Park announced, so let's see if this is in the actual statement. So, to top it off, YOLO Park social media accounts have announced that thanks to the feedback received by fans, official upgrade kits for the previously released AMK series Optimus Prime, Bumblebee, and Optimus Primal will be given away for free in the upcoming second wave of Rise of the Beasts AMK products. which means there's probably going to be upgrade pieces packed in with the other figures, or like buy it all and you get these upgrade kits for free, etc. Something akin to that. But I'm assuming it is going to be like the missing accessories for Prime and Bumblebee and a lot of like little extra parts to kind of flesh them out. So that's actually really cool of them. That's really cool of them to do, to like respond to the feedback like that. Yeah, like you haven't guessed, like I actually really like this company. They're actually doing really cool things for really affordable prices. So I'm actually really excited to see that like my Prime and my Bumblebee especially are going to get some additional upgrades. On the other side of the model kit section, we have the Flame Toys, who have officially revealed their 4-eye model kit for G1 Arcee. We've had teasers of this before. This is the full-on reveal, which is fairly decently sized. You know, you can see there the Masterpiece Arcee, just a little bit taller. And there's their previous Windblade. Now, you guys know me at this point on record. I really do not like when Transformer characters are sexualized, because ultimately they are children's characters, and I'm like really put off by that when they start to exemplify just like this. I will, see, like Cheesecake Shot, like that. Like they made sure Arcee was wearing a thong bikini. Classy. I get it. It's going to sell because there's a market for that. I'm not a fan of it. And if they did what they did, here's the thing. I will at least give Flame Toys credit. They play fair. They have their very anime, very very curvy male kits as well that they do. So they kind of stick this aesthetic in the male characters as well. So that's at least playing more fair. But they're not going to make just like a normal G1 Arcee kit. They're not, like all those other, like Optimus Prime has G1 and it has like, Sexy Prime. They're not going to do that with Arcee. They're not going to do it with Windblade. They're not going to do it with any of their female models. It's just going to be the sexualized one. And I am not big on that. If you are, this is just my personal preference. But like for me, like this is just uncomfortable. I'm just not big on when they do things like this. But, the kit will probably be fun. Whatever. All right. On a more artistic note, so we have brand new posters by Rich Pellegrino, and looking fantastic. It's a really nice layout of the 84 Autobots. Most of them. We're missing some mini bots here and there. But it's a really nice little collage. It's got the grid and the image from the original G1 intro animation. I think that's a really good touch. Really good idea for a poster. There's a few different variations of this, too, that start running out to some pretty big prices because these are very limited prints. We're talking like 75 prints, 50 prints, 15 prints. It's a lot for a big piece of paper. But if you like your collectibles on the wall, then yeah, there's a very, very, very rare one to get your hands on. So that's going to be available. Going even more expensive into our realm of Transformer collectibles available right now. Segway announced their Gokart Pro edition for Optimus Prime, and yeah, it's pretty much what you expect. It's a red and blue Gokart with a bunch of Autobot symbols and imagery on it. And that's pretty much the long and short of it. It's just a red and blue go-kart with a bunch of Transformers logos and Optimus Prime's name stamped on it. It's not the most impressive crossover, but hey, it's out there if you want it for the grand total of $2,300. Yeah. Oh, but that's not the bad one. That's not the bad one that came out this week. Here's the bad one that came out this week. So, Cross Studios announced a crossover with Transformers Rise of the Beast to produce timepieces based on Rise of the Beast, specifically based on the statue of Airazor in the movie, which houses this super fancy watch, which kind of harkens to some of the artistic elements of the movie. Now, it is an incredibly cool, detailed piece, and I understand that a lot of these kind of like super high-end and very, very like precision watches can be crazy expensive. I understand that. It's in my head, it's still just a watch, Like it's like you're asking me to spend big money to replace something that could be done for for very like I can get a $10 digital watch that does the exact same job as your watch, which costs 98,000 CHF. I'm not familiar what currency CHF is. It's apparently Swiss francs, which, if we translate, is $109,000, 330 cents. Over $100,000 for this. For a plastic bird holding a watch. No. And again, I know there's watch enthusiasts who'll say it's absolutely worth that. It's $100,000 for a watch. No, I'm done. I'm done. My watch says I've been going on too long, so I need to cut it off here. Thank you guys for watching. If you're the kind who has $100,000 to kick around for a plastic bird and an overcomplicated watch, then please consider pitching into my Patreon campaign. In the description below, you'll get some. You'll get a shout out. It'll be whatever you want. We've got some additional perks on the way coming up soon. If you go to my highest tier, you can request videos from me. And I'm working on a whole bunch of other stuff to present you guys in the future for that. So thank you guys for watching. Where are my big spenders? Where are my big spenders who need this bird in their lives? Thank you guys for watching. I will see you next time.
I'm like, I think you guys got this. I will back away, and I will see you all day.
You've got this handled.
Alafi's like, really? You're not gonna help me? Like, it's fine now.
It's like these disgusting creatures breathing down my neck, and you're all just like, I believe in you. You got this.
All right, you seem to have this. 5 minutes.